Cheers. I do buckaroos. I am. I am Don Beer Whisperer. I drink beer and I say stuff, man. Hey, let me read just a little bit from their website here. This is the Brandy Barrel MILF. So the MILF typically comes out in February, early February, sometimes late January from others. It's typically aged in 4 to 5 different spirit barrels. But throughout the year, they sometimes come out with these single barrel versions of. And this is the Brandy Barrel version. Single barrel releases of MILF highlight the unique harmonies contributed by each barrel. The rye barrel was spectacular, by the way. Brandy barrels accent the grapey Venus, I don't know how you pronounce that. A sweet character of MILF. This bomber is a unique experience, expanding on qualities hinted at the original beer. The MILF is an imperial stout, 11%, aged with cocoa nibs and raisins. So, best served while reclining on a humanely sourced bearskin rug, rocking a spanking fresh pair of Air Force Ones, listening to Teresa Berganza and Placido Domingo's 1907 performance of Bizet's Carmen. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with all that nonsense, but they can say whatever they want. 11%, I believe it's 50 IBUs if I remember correctly. Here we go. Personally, they say all that. I think you ought to listen to this or drink this listening to listening to ELP's Fanfare for a Common Man. That's what I say. That's my take. Forget that Placido Domingo bullshit. Crank some elk. That's what I say. Anyways, that's my personal opinion on that. So a lot of my cocoa on the nose, as you might expect. Oh, I'm just a little colder than it ought to be, so I was letting this warm up a little bit, but it's still a little cold. Again, you feel the cocoa nibs, you feel the raisins. The brandy barrel, yes. I had the sherry barrel, I don't know, a couple years ago. I couldn't remember now, but that was interesting. Oh, that's nice. It's a great beer. I love the MILF. I love that they age it in different spirit barrels and they blend it together to be one thing. Yeah, and everything went from bombers to 4 packs. Now everything's back to bombers again. Personally, I kind of missing the 4 pack. Anyway, it is what it is, I suppose. The MILF has always been this very complex imperial stout in multiple spirit barrels. But personally, I do love these single barrel versions. I love the rye barrel, I love the sherry barrel that I had a while back. I think it was a couple years ago. Who can remember now? But this brandy barrel, oh gosh, that's nice too. You do feel some of that those grape notes that you get from brandy. Feel the oak. I don't really feel till the end, but in a much different way than you typically would get from a whiskey barrel, the rye barrel, the bourbon barrel, that sort of thing. I think this year, I think he told me they were only going to use 4 different spirit barrels, but I can't remember exactly the 4 he said they were going to use now. And the more this warms up, the more those cocoa notes really jump. The more you feel that raisin as well. Oh, nice. But see, why this beer works for me, in my opinion, is whatever barrel they're using, to be honest with you. If this wasn't aged in anything, if it was just an imperial stout with cocoa nibs and raisins, I personally think it would probably be a little too sweet, or at least a little too sweet for me. It works because whatever barrel they're using, whether it be the blend of them all, the rye barrel, the sherry barrel, or the brandy barrel, it's that the oak really helps dry it up. Otherwise, it could get too sweet, could get too cloying, in my particular opinion. But I'm not a big fan of sweet. So, but I know some folks do. For me, I don't think it'd work. Which is some of the issues I've had in the past with the Goose Island BCBS is that it's been too sweet. It hasn't been blended correctly. The 2015 was god awful. But you blend a beer right, you get something that tastes like this, and it's just gorgeous. Oh, there you go. Typically, I do a video over a whole glass of beer, but I'm not going to go through a whole glass of beer in this with a beer of this magnitude because that would just be a waste, man. So there you go. I give you the gist of it. It's a great beer. If you can find it, buy it. I know their market is expanding. I am concerned, right, because they are starting to get big enough to buy, and I just, sometimes I know it's hard for some of these guys to turn down that big AB and Bev paycheck. Because some of them start out with that in mind. Some of them just start out wanting to build a better mousetrap. That's why some craft breweries stay independent because they're not trying to get that big paycheck. But I know that is hard to refuse once it's offered to you. So, but I am concerned because Mothers is starting to get in that ballpark where they're starting to get big enough to be noticed and big enough to be bought. And I just hope that never happens. That just break my little heart, man. It would. It'd kill me, man. Would I quit buying from them if a major conglomerate bought them? No, I wouldn't quit buying. But I wouldn't seek them out like I seek them out now, and I wouldn't talk about them in the same way because it'd be a whole different conversation. So there you go. I am Ton of Beer Whisperer. Mothers, please don't sell out. You'll break my heart. I am Ton of Beer Whisperer. I drink beer and I say stuff. Beer evangelist, for living beer drinker, Purveyor of Wisdom, and all around good guy. Oh, French fries and biscuits, that's good. Oh